This is an urgent message for the chosen ones. Pay close attention. This could be the most important thing you hear today. A lot of people will fake how they truly feel about you, and if you don't move cautiously, the consequences could be severe. The betrayal, the manipulation, the heartbreak, it all starts when you ignore the warning signs. This is your call to stay alert, because not everyone in your circle has your best interest at heart. People wear many masks, and as a chosen one, you'll encounter this often. Not everyone who smiles at you, shakes your hand, or congratulates you is genuine. Many people will go out of their way to appear supportive, but deep inside, they harbor jealousy, insecurity, or even outright resentment. These are the people who applaud your achievements publicly, but speak ill of you behind closed doors. You'll need to train your spirit to sense this fakeness, because it often won't be immediately obvious. This mask of false support is especially dangerous because it's easy to overlook. You might be surrounded by people who seem to care for you, and yet their intentions are anything but pure. They hide behind kind words and gestures, but their energy betrays them. You may feel drained after interacting with them, or notice subtle shifts in their demeanor when you share good news. Pay attention to these subtle changes. They are signs that the person in front of you is not who they pretend to be. An important lesson to learn is that actions speak louder than words. While someone may tell you they support you, watch what they do when you need them the most. Are they there when the chips are down? Do they help you grow? Or do they secretly wish for your downfall? True support will uplift you in moments of darkness, but false friends will distance themselves when you need them the most. Observe how people react when you succeed. Genuine people will celebrate with you wholeheartedly, while fakers will offer half-hearted congratulations, their envy lurking beneath the surface. As you grow, you will notice people who claim to support you starting to distance themselves. Some will subtly criticize your decisions, while others will go so far as to undermine your efforts, all while maintaining a facade of friendship. It is only after you step back and truly observe their behavior that their true intentions will become clear. False support often carries a heavy energy that you must recognize and avoid. Jealousy and envy are powerful emotions, and they often reveal themselves in the smallest ways. Pay attention to those friends who always seem to have something negative to say about your wins. Their comments may be disguised as concern or advice, but in reality, they're rooted in their own insecurity. They see your success as a threat, a reminder of what they haven't achieved. The more you grow, the more uncomfortable they become around you. A crucial sign to watch for is the backhanded compliment. You know the type, those comments that seem positive on the surface but carry a sting of judgment or resentment. Wow, you're really doing well, for someone like you. Or, it's great that you're succeeding now, but don't get too comfortable. These remarks aren't genuine praise, they're veiled insults meant to chip away at your confidence. When you hear these, know that the person giving them does not have your best interest at heart. But how do you respond to these masked people? The first step is to confront the reality of their deception. It's hard to accept that someone you care about might not feel the same way about you, but recognizing the mask is the first step to protecting yourself. Once you see it, you can begin to distance yourself emotionally. You don't need to cut everyone off immediately, but you do need to start guarding your energy around these individuals. Remember, it's better to be alone than surrounded by fake love. The reason people fake their feelings around you is deeply rooted in their own insecurity. As you begin to elevate, to walk in your purpose, your growth becomes a mirror for others. It reflects back to them everything they haven't achieved, everything they fear they'll never accomplish. Your success, your light, it exposes their darkness. It shines a spotlight on their insecurities, and this is something many people can't handle. Instead of addressing their own shortcomings, they choose to hide behind a mask of fake support. Think about it. When you start to succeed, people's reactions change. Some are genuinely happy for you, but others start to act strange. They may get distant, or worse, they may try to stay close just to bask in your light. These are the people who want to benefit from your elevation without putting in the work themselves. They see your growth as a way to validate themselves, as if being associated with you will elevate them too. But their admiration isn't genuine, it's transactional. And here's the thing, these people feel threatened. Your rise highlights their stagnation, and that's something they can't stand, so they fake it. They pretend to support you because they don't want to be left behind, but deep down they're filled with envy. They may smile in your face, but behind that smile is a storm of jealousy. They want what you have, but instead of working for it, they'd rather tear you down or at the very least keep you from rising any higher. These people stay close because they want to be associated with your success, not because they truly care about you. These individuals will compliment you in public, but criticize you in private. They'll tell others that they knew you before you were famous, trying to attach themselves to your accomplishments as if it reflects on them. But their support is hollow. They're more interested in what your success can do for them than in celebrating your growth for what it is. There's a reason people say, keep your friends close but your enemies closer. In many cases, the people who are faking their support are the ones who feel the most insecure around you. They need to stay close to you to keep tabs on your progress, to ensure that you don't surpass them. They'll act like they're on your team, but in reality they're secretly hoping you'll stumble. It's important to recognize that these individuals aren't evil. They're just afraid. Your light makes them uncomfortable because it reminds them of their own shadows. But that doesn't mean you should allow them to stay close. Their energy can drain you, slow you down, and keep you from fully stepping into your purpose. As a chosen one, you need to be surrounded by people who truly have your best interests at heart, not by those who are only there to feed off your success. And while it may be hard to distance yourself from these people, it's necessary. You can't afford to carry the weight of their insecurity with you on your journey. The more you rise, the more you'll encounter people who feel threatened by your growth. But the stronger your discernment becomes, the easier it will be to recognize who's genuinely for you and who's just wearing a mask. Remember, not everyone can handle your light, and that's okay. Your purpose isn't to dim yourself for the comfort of others. It's to shine so brightly that it inspires those who are truly ready to grow alongside you. But if you're ready to surround yourself with those who can rise alongside you, then it's time to step into something bigger. Astral Atom and Obsidian have joined forces to create the Inner Circle, a space for those who refuse to dim their light for anyone. Inside the Inner Circle, you'll have access to the tools, strategies, and spiritual power to help you cut through the noise, see who's truly with you, and make sure your light stays untouchable. This isn't just about your growth. It's about surrounding yourself with those who fuel your fire and help you stay ahead of the game. If you're ready to rise above the insecurities of others and claim your rightful place in the spotlight, the link is in the description. The Inner Circle is waiting, but not everyone can handle it. Only step up if you're ready to be unapologetically brilliant. One of the greatest dangers you'll face as a chosen one is the hidden enemy, the person who pretends to be your friend, but is secretly plotting your downfall. These hidden enemies are far more dangerous than your obvious foes because they operate in the shadows. They're like snakes, slithering silently, waiting for the right moment to strike. And often, by the time you realize who they are, they've already caused damage. The thing about hidden enemies is that they know how to blend in. They know how to act like they care, how to say the right things, how to stay close without arousing suspicion. They've mastered the art of deception, and they use it to their advantage. They'll congratulate you on your achievements while secretly hoping for your failure. They'll offer advice that seems helpful, but is designed to steer you off course. There are always signs, though, signs that a person might be a hidden enemy. It's the way they act when you're around others, the small digs they make at your expense, or the way they always seem to downplay your successes. These hidden enemies often thrive in gossip, spreading rumors about you to others while maintaining an innocent facade. Their true power lies in their subtlety. They know exactly how to sow seeds of doubt without getting caught. Hidden enemies are especially dangerous because they're close enough to know your weaknesses. They know your vulnerabilities, your fears, your doubts, and they'll use that knowledge to manipulate you. They may start rumors, spread lies, or give you backhanded compliments designed to chip away at your confidence, The worst part? They do it all while pretending to be your biggest supporter. It's easy to fall into the trap of trusting these people because they hide their intentions so well. But if you pay attention, the signs are there. Watch for shady behavior, sudden mood shifts, gossip, or people who always seem to be involved in drama but never take responsibility. These are the individuals who thrive in chaos, who seek to create discord while keeping their own hands clean. They'll act innocent, but the trail of confusion and hurt they leave behind is a clear indication of their true nature. Hidden enemies have a way of eroding your confidence slowly, making you second-guess yourself. One of their tactics is to plant seeds of doubt about your decisions or subtly undermine your successes. They'll question your choices under the guise of helpful advice, but their words are laced with negativity and doubt. Their aim is to make you unsure of yourself, so they can maintain control over your perception of reality. One of the most damaging things about hidden enemies is their ability to poison other relationships in your life. They may speak poorly of you to mutual friends or colleagues, attempting to isolate you by turning others against you. This manipulation is subtle, often disguised as concern, but its impact can be devastating. If left unchecked, a hidden enemy can disrupt your entire support system, leaving you feeling alone and confused. To protect yourself from hidden enemies, you must trust your intuition. If someone's actions don't match their words, or if you feel drained and uneasy after interacting with them, it's time to pay attention. Your spirit knows when something is off, even if your mind hasn't figured it out yet. Always listen to your gut feeling. It's the most powerful weapon you have against those who wish to harm you under the guise of friendship. Once you recognize a hidden enemy, it's crucial to take swift action. Confrontation isn't always necessary, but distancing yourself is. Limit their access to your life, your thoughts, and your plans. The less they know, the less they can use against you. Remove yourself from their influence and protect your energy fiercely. You don't owe anyone the privilege of your trust if they've proven themselves unworthy. In the end, your peace and progress are more important than maintaining any facade of friendship with a hidden enemy. It may be painful to realize that someone you trusted doesn't truly support you, but letting go of toxic relationships is a necessary step in your spiritual evolution. Remember, your journey is sacred, and you cannot afford to let hidden enemies derail you from your path. As you rise into your purpose, you'll notice a shift in how others treat you. Some will project their insecurities onto you, making you the target of their unresolved fears and frustrations. This is a common experience for the chosen ones, whose elevation often highlights the stagnation in others. As you step into your greatness, your light serves as a mirror, reflecting back to others everything they've neglected to address within themselves. People may start to criticize you out of nowhere, questioning your choices or belittling your successes. They'll make statements like, "You're getting too ahead of yourself," or "Don't forget where you came from." These comments aren't about you at all. They're about the person's own feelings of inadequacy. Your growth shines a spotlight on their lack of progress, and instead of looking inward, they choose to lash out at you. It's important to recognize that when people project their insecurities onto you, it has nothing to do with your worth or your journey. Often, their anger or criticism is a reflection of the internal battles they are fighting. Instead of celebrating your rise, they feel threatened by it. But their feelings are not your responsibility. Your only obligation is to continue moving forward in your purpose, unshaken by the negativity they try to project onto you. You'll also notice that some people who once celebrated your success will start distancing themselves as you continue to grow. They'll pull away, not because of anything you've done, but because being around you reminds them of what they haven't achieved. This is their way of protecting their ego, as your elevation makes them uncomfortable. It's a hard pill to swallow, but remember, their discomfort is not your problem. You cannot shrink yourself to make others feel better about their stagnation. The most painful projection you may experience comes from those who once were closest to you. People who cheered you on when you were still on the rise might now look at you with resentment. Their support wasn't for your continued growth, but rather for the version of you that made them feel comfortable. As you surpass their expectations, They may lash out or withdraw, unable to handle how your light shines brighter than they anticipated. This is a clear signal that they were never fully invested in your elevation, only in the parts that made them feel superior or safe. Others may go as far as to accuse you of becoming arrogant or disconnected, when in truth, you've simply evolved. As you continue to grow, you'll outgrow not only your circumstances but also certain relationships. People who haven't done the inner work will often accuse you of being the source of their discomfort, projecting their feelings of inadequacy or failure onto you. They might spread gossip or start rumors to bring you back down to their level. Understand that these actions are rooted in their inability to face their own shortcomings. They would rather attack your progress than address the reasons for their stagnation. When you face these projections, don't internalize them. Understand that they are a reflection of the other person's internal state, not a reflection of who you are. You are not responsible for how others feel about your growth. Your job is to continue shining, to keep rising, even if others try to dim your light to ease their own insecurities. These projections can come in many forms: gossip, criticism, or even subtle jabs meant to hurt your confidence. But as a chosen one, you must stay rooted in your truth. You know who you are, and no amount of projection from others can take that away. Stay grounded in your purpose, and do not let the insecurities of others cloud your path. Remember, those who project their insecurities onto you are showing you where they're stuck in their own journey. Use this as a lesson, not as something to hold you back. Let their projections slide off of you, and don't let their unresolved fears become your burden to carry. As you step into your purpose as a chosen one, you must learn to move cautiously. Not everyone who claims to support you is there for the right reasons, and it's crucial that you set strong boundaries with those who show signs of fake love or hidden resentment. Boundaries are your protection, your safeguard against emotional manipulation and energy depletion. Boundaries are not about keeping people out, they are about preserving your peace and protecting your energy. When you set boundaries, you're making it clear that your well-being is a priority. This can be difficult, especially if you've been conditioned to believe that being available to everyone is a sign of strength. But the truth is, the more you grow, the more selective you must become with who gets access to you. When you begin to set boundaries, you'll quickly see who truly respects you and who doesn't. Those who are genuine will honor your need for space and will understand that you're protecting your energy for the sake of your purpose. However, those who have been faking their support or seeking to drain you will resist. They may accuse you of being selfish or try to guilt you into letting them back in. But remember, setting boundaries is a form of self-love. Moving cautiously means being aware of the energy around you. It's about noticing when someone's words don't align with their actions, or when a person's presence feels heavy and draining. If someone consistently leaves you feeling exhausted, anxious, or uncertain, that's a sign that their energy is not in alignment with your path. It's okay to step back, to create space between you and those who are not in alignment with your purpose. There may be times when setting boundaries feels difficult, especially with people you've known for a long time or who have been close to you. But it's important to remember that your spiritual evolution requires discernment. Not everyone can come with you on your journey, and that's okay. You are responsible for protecting your energy, and that means being selective about who gets access to your time and attention. Boundaries are not about pushing people away. They're about keeping yourself aligned with your higher purpose. When you set boundaries, you're ensuring that your energy is being used in ways that uplift and support your growth. You are not obligated to maintain relationships that drain you or keep people in your life simply because of history. It's also important to understand that boundaries aren't just for protecting yourself from others. They are a way of teaching people how to treat you. When you set clear expectations, you're letting others know what you will and will not tolerate. This is a powerful act of self-respect, and it empowers you to move through the world with confidence. Those who respect your boundaries will prove they deserve a place in your life, while those who push against them reveal their true intentions. Lastly, remember that boundaries are a dynamic part of your spiritual growth. As you continue to rise, your needs will change, and so too will your boundaries. What served you at one stage of your journey may need to be adjusted as you move forward. Don't be afraid to reevaluate your relationships and your boundaries regularly. This isn't about shutting people out. It's about making sure that the energy around you supports your purpose and peace at every stage of your ascension. Be vigilant. Trust your intuition. Set those boundaries. If someone is faking how they feel about you, it's time to let them go. You are chosen, and that means your energy is sacred. As you continue on your spiritual path, remember this: not everyone who smiles at you is your friend. Move cautiously, protect your energy, and keep shining. Your elevation makes you a target for fake love, but with the right discernment, you will rise above it.